Thank you. Hello, AfterBuzzers! You're tuning into AfterBuzz TV's after show for New Girl, the last 2 episodes of season 5. Stay tuned.
You're tuning into the destination for TV superfan discussion, AfterBuzz TV. And now, let the buzz begin.
Who's that girl? It's Jess.
So sad.
Don't cry.
Just kidding. This is happy. The last 2 episodes of the season.
I know.
We're done. Oh my gosh.
I can't believe it's already over.
I can't believe it either. We have so much to talk about, but first and foremost, I'm your host, Kellie Knezovich. You guys can follow me on Instagram and Twitter at Kellie Knez. I would say let's keep the conversation going. I guess we can talk about it for as long as you guys want to talk about it. So use the hashtag ABTVNewGirl and let's keep talking about tonight's 2 episodes. I got my girl Michelle with me.
Hey guys, you can find me on Twitter and Instagram at _MichelleFee.
Okay, favorite part out of the 2 episodes tonight, go.
There were so many good parts, Kellie. I can't just pick one. I can tell you my least favorite part.
I don't want to know your least favorite part, Michelle, because that's clearly going to be my favorite part.
I know.
Well, we'll get to Nick and Jess in the end.
I'm gonna cry.
I feel like there were so many loose ends were kind of brought together. We found in...
Kind of.
Oh, okay, well, except for the big one. But a lot of things happened. I mean, we had been predicting, and we're like, yeah, there's no way Megan Fox is coming back for the finale. And JK, jokes on us.
Yeah.
I
had faith, Kellie. I had faith it was going to happen.
I for sure was like, she's pregnant, she's not going to come back.
But it's the magic of TV. Come on now.
The magic of big purses and big dresses and big overcoats.
What are pashmirs?
Oh, I don't
pashminas, whatever she had.
I don't know what that is.
It's like
a shawl type thing?
Yeah.
At the wedding?
Yeah.
Yeah, whatever that was. That was great at hiding the bump. Oh my gosh. Okay, so first episode tonight, Wedding Eve. Obviously the rehearsal. Well, they start out at the end of the rehearsal dinner. And, you know, everyone's excited, and they're like, yeah, that was a success. Mm-hmm. We find Schmidt's mom is there. Not the dad. He, what's his name? I want to say Gary. That's definitely not his name. Gavin. Gavin was not there.
I was like, Gary.
I know. I was like, that's not right. Gavin was not at the rehearsal dinner. Mm-mm. Was he? Or
I didn't see him.
I didn't see him either. They definitely didn't make a point to show him if he was there.
I feel like they wanted to focus more on his mom.
Yeah, so Schmidt's mom was there, and I totally forgot her name was...
Her name is... Wait, I didn't write it down.
Oh, I did. Louise
is
maybe. Schmidt's mom, and Susan is her lover.
Her friend.
JK, her friend, but then we find out soon to be engaged, or they are engaged. We'll get to that. Okay, so anyway, they're back in, Cece and Jess are back in her room, and, you know, they're like, oh, I got this bride package for you, and everything if you want to run away, if you want to go to Canada, we have passports, yada, yada, yada. And Jess finds a ring underneath Sam's jacket on her bed. And Jess freaks out.
She does freak out.
It's safe to say she's just, like, at a loss for words.
For a good reason, though.
What do you mean?
Like, she freaks out, like...
Oh, she's not like, oh, my God, he's going to propose. She's like, I don't know what to do.
Yeah.
It's so interesting, because I don't think we've ever really seen Jess like that. Have we?
I feel like there probably was, like, a moment or two, like... in the past, but it just doesn't come to mind right now.
She didn't, I thought it was interesting that she didn't know how she felt, because she's like, yeah, I'll marry Sam, but she wasn't sure, and she didn't know why she didn't want to.
Yeah.
It wasn't like, oh my God, I'm gonna marry Sam. It was like, oh.
Yeah. I just don't think she was ready yet. I mean, they haven't been together for that long, too. Like, you can't... I mean, some people can tell if they want to be with someone after, like, dating them for, like, a couple months, you know? But, like, I feel like she's a person that needs to know for sure. Like, I feel like she would need to be in a relationship for a while.
And I'm sure that's definitely a conversation that she and her boyfriend would have discussed.
Right.
About moving the relationship further and getting engaged and getting married, having children, family, blah, blah, blah.
Because that's her. She's a planner.
She is a planner.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's a big planner. So anyway, they're freaking out in her bedroom. Schmidt's freaking out in his bedroom because he's like, I lost my vows. They're on a flash drive.
Schmitty.
And the flash drive is broken and gone. And so Nick's like, don't worry, like, I got this. I can help you. I'm a writer. And, he starts. Typical Nick. Nick is there. He's trying to help. His intentions are great. Mm-hmm. Clearly, it doesn't come out that well. He's like, it's so easy. Just talk about Cece. She's not that hard of a worker. She's a decent looking, like, it's not complimentary.
It's not personal.
No. I mean, he's like, never really talked to her. I'm like, gosh, you're kind of right. Like,
yeah.
They don't really talk much.
They don't interact as much.
No, I mean, I think pretty much when they're at the bar.
Yeah. I mean, he is her employer.
But it's also her fiance's best friend. And it was first fiance's best friend, and then he hired her.
Right. But I do feel like she spends a lot of more time with, like, Winston, Schmidt, and Jess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree.
Which is kind of weird, I guess, if you think about it. Because they all live together.
Yeah.
And they're all besties.
It's just weird that there's kind of an odd man out. Is that what you're saying?
Kind of, yeah. But maybe, like, they just have that kind of friendship where you just don't need to talk all the time. Where you're, like, comfortable enough with each other that you don't,
You don't need to open up, but it's not weird. It's just, like, that's how it is. It's just normal.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel you. Okay. So they had been, obviously, because of the rehearsal dinner, they'd been drinking, and Winston says to Allie, you're going to make a beautiful bride someday. And she runs away.
She's like, okay, gotta go, bye.
Yeah. I was like, oh my gosh. I mean, they haven't been dating for that long.
Yeah.
That is, I feel like certain girls would be like, oh my gosh, we're going to get married. That's so nice. And then other girls would be like, much too soon.
They're like, too soon.
Yeah. And so I feel like Allie's definitely, part of that. She doesn't like to open up so much.
Right.
She doesn't like to be vulnerable, which we discussed. Was it last week or 2 weeks ago?
It was last week.
So, and then she ends up saying that tonight too. So that was kind of like ding, ding, ding.
Yeah. Honestly, I feel like I just didn't think anything of it when she was like, okay, well, I gotta go.
What do you mean?
Like, it didn't feel like she was dismissing the fact that he said she would be a level. Yeah, like, I think it's just because that's how she is, and I'm like, oh, okay, well, whatever.
I mean, I didn't think, like, they were broken up or anything. Like, I didn't think it would cause a fight, but I think that, to me, I was like, ooh, too soon. Like, clearly she's running away because she didn't like hearing that. Right. But then we find out at the end of the episode that she is sick with food poisoning, and that's why she ran away, because she was going to throw up.
But she was the only person that had food poisoning, though.
I know. A little wonky.
Yeah. But maybe they just have stronger stomachs than she does.
Maybe, yeah. So anyway, Sam's like, hey, Jess, can I speak to you for a second? Obviously, we were like, okay, either he's gonna propose, which they're, like, kind of having us believe. Yeah. Or did you think that he was gonna break up with her?
Yeah.
You thought that?
Well,
you thought that?
No, I thought it on the way here, actually.
Really?
Yeah, because I was thinking about, remember how you said last week, you're like, you totally thought they were going to break up and you knew it was, like, inevitable that they would. Right. So I was thinking about it. I was just like, well, what if they just make them break up, like, normally? Like, nothing crazy. Like, you said you didn't want her to cheat on him. No one wants her to cheat on him. And, like, vice versa. Yeah. And I just thought, well, maybe, like, it's just going to come when we least expect it, like, just casually. Yeah. So it wasn't, like, a huge deal. I definitely was like, okay, so either he's going to break up with her or he's going to propose, but they're trying to make us believe that it's going to be proposal. Yeah. So I do think it's going to be a breakup because, okay, tell me the truth. There were so many things on Twitter today about tonight's finale and all that and all the pictures. Did you look? No, I actually avoided it all. Really? Yeah, I didn't see any of it. Okay, and so I do follow New Girl people.
Yeah, so that's why you were genuinely surprised about Megan Fox. I was like, yeah, they were in the pictures. But you didn't see the pictures?
No, I didn't see those pictures.
Okay, so I did. I totally cheated, and I saw that Megan Fox is in the pictures, and Coach and May, all that.
Oh my God.
I didn't even notice the parents, but I noticed Sam was missing, so I was like, okay, well, he's breaking up with her. So every time during that conversation when he would go talk, or, when he would try to talk to her right before she yelled, let's play True American, he was doing everything that you would expect someone to do when they're proposing.
Yeah, hands like in pockets, very nervous.
But when he was nervous, he wasn't like, oh gosh, I'm really nervous. Yeah. He was more like smiling about it. He was like, I don't know, I'm really nervous. I'm like, homie, are you breaking up with her and you're happy about? Like, it just was a little odd.
I think that's just how he is.
Just a happy guy.
Just like I mean, everyone's different when they're nervous, right?
That's true. That's true. Yeah.
So,
like some people laugh when they're nervous.
Yeah.
Because they try to avoid showing that they're nervous. Yeah. So anyway, Jess is like trying to avoid the conversation, obviously, because she's like, I don't want him to propose. I don't know why I don't want him to propose, but I'm not ready for it yet. And so she's like, everyone, come in here. We're playing True American. Yes, the best thing ever.
Which I still don't get how you play.
There is no rule. Like,
we should just try and play it one day.
Honestly,
with
you
the
just
girls,
say
the twins.
anything. Yes.
Yeah.
You just say, like,
I have the rule book.
I'm
you
sorry,
do?
what?
Yeah, you can print them out online, and then we just kind of collected a bunch of different ones because a lot of people like to change the rules up. So we just have a binder of all these different True American stuff. And
I didn't know True American was like a real game. I thought it was just
I think they took it from the show and then made it into a real thing. But it's really awesome because I've seen people do it, and it's crazy. So if you're not over the age of 21, don't do it.
So when are you free?
Drink responsibly. Yes. Oh my gosh, right after tonight.
I can totally email it to you guys when I get a chance.
Can you please?
That'd be
for
perfect.
sure.
That would be fantastic.
Yep.
I didn't even know there was a rule book.
I didn't
Yeah,
either.
there's just like I guess they took whatever they could from the show
Yeah.
and then tried to make it into
Well,
a
they're gonna
real
have
game.
to remake the entire thing, I'm sure, because there are a lot of references in True American tonight that I was
Yeah.
like, I don't know
So
what
there's
the heck
probably
you're
gonna
talking
be
about.
new pages up. And
Yeah.
stuff.
So fun.
It's crazy.
Wow.
I'm gonna catch up on my U.S. history then if we're gonna play True American.
I know, right? Although, what was it tonight? It was I'm used to 1, 2, 3, 4 JFK FDR, but it was 1, 2, 3, 4 something
Guys,
Eleanor.
I found a site. It's called True American Rules, and there's Working Rules
my
Gallery and then New Girl Rules. So I guess it was an actual game.
Working rules.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah,
New Girl.
the following rules will allow you to play an actual game of True American. These rules do not always reflect the New Girl episode normal. Some credit for these rules is due to sources in the Other Great Sources selection. So yeah. So
Nice.
there's a whole thing.
Wow.
I can send you guys the link and you
That
guys
is
can look at it.
fantastic.
Post it on our Facebook.
I will do that.
That is so
Perfect.
great.
Yeah,
I'm actually
we-
really genuinely excited about these rules because
need
I
to do
definitely
this.
want to play this game. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, for sure. We'll get like a big group together.
Yes.
We got to get guys too because then it's like a guy versus girl thing.
Yeah.
You know, how they're playing tonight.
Totes.
So fun. So anyway, it was like something about going behind the Iron Curtain, and I guess on the count of 3 or something, they all put numbers on, their forehead, and the 2 people that match, they have to go behind the Iron Curtain. What do you know? It's Sam and Jess.
Jess. Yeah.
So they go behind the Iron Curtain, and he's like, "You are avoiding me." She's like, "What?"
She's like, what are you talking about?
"What do you mean?" And it's right then and there that he breaks up with her.
I'm so sad.
It was funny though, because at the same time she was like, "I can't marry you," and he's like, "Jess, I want to break up with you." I was like, "Oh well, isn't this kind of perfect then?"
Yeah.
Because they both don't want to be with each other.
Right.
Um,
And he didn't want to be with her because of freaking Diane.
I feel like it was kind of bound to happen.
I know, but
Diana's pretty great. She's a pretty great human being.
she is, but it's kind of upsetting because, like, if that were the case, then, like, why didn't it just happen last week?
That's true.
You know what I mean?
Maybe he had to think on it for a while.
Ugh,
Men.
whatever.
JK, we're much more confusing. So anyway, Coach, I forgot to mention Coach, he comes back and he's playing True American, which is
Yeah.
great. He ends up
Coachy.
giving her, giving Winston advice, which, we're all growing this episode, or this season, everyone's growing up. And Coach says, stop playing games with Allie. Just go talk to her. Like, go see why she ran away. And
I feel like he was speaking to all of us.
yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, because oh my God, I mean, we always analyze everything.
Right. Overanalyze
Overanalyze everything. And so the fact that, it's like, don't get in your head about this. Oh my God, I need to tell myself that every day. Don't get in your head about
Right.
things.
Right.
And, just go talk about it in person. And that's when we find out she's like, oh my gosh, like, no, I just have food poisoning. And he's
Yeah.
like, well, what, all that stuff. And she's like, I don't like to be vulnerable, which we had discussed earlier.
Right.
And then she says, I love you.
I know.
And I was like, wow, after a month? Okay,
Well,
I
they've known
mean,
each other
they've
for
known
a
each other
while.
for a very
Yeah.
long time. That's true. I shouldn't say anything. Yeah. They have been friends or co-workers for at least 5 years, right? Because that was when she was celebrating her anniversary.
Well, she was celebrating her 5-year anniversary.
Oh, I just assumed that they had been partners for 5 years. Probably not.
No, because, like, he just became a cop,
Oh, yeah.
right? Like, last year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
They've known each other for a really long time,
a
though.
very long time, yeah. So they're happy. Back to Sam and Jess. Not so much. She approaches him and is like, dude, well then what's this ring? And he's like, it's not my ring. And then on the inside of there is an engraving. I think it's
like to Susan.
Is it to Susan?
From someone.
From Louise. So anyway, they're getting married too, so that's exciting. Lots of happy
That's a wedding
days.
we can look forward to when the next season starts.
I hope not the only wedding. Okay. So anyway, at the end of the episode, we find out that Cece's crying, and it's because her mom will not be there for the wedding. She's not going to show up, which we had assumed, because she didn't really approve of Schmidt in the beginning, and she never has been in the picture since then. So Schmidt, of course, you see his face, and he's like feeling really bad for her, and of course, what's going to happen. He's going to get in touch with her mom. So we see him leave. That's it. That is the end of their thing. And then we see Jess and Sam at the elevator when she's saying goodbye to Sam, and he's like, you know why you couldn't marry me. Do you want to tell this story, Michelle?
No, I don't want to tell this story. It makes me so sad.
Well, I'll tell you because I'll just be beaming with joy. Sam's like, you know why you can't marry me. She's like, I really don't know why. Like, why? It's just not obvious to her. Nobody's really stated it to her.
Right, but I feel like she totally knows, though. You know
I think
what I
she's
mean?
in denial about it. But when the fact that Sam was like, it's Nick, she was like, holy.
But why do you think she's in denial about it?
I just don't think she never really thought about it. It's never really been in her forefront of her mind.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Maybe she thought that door was shut.
Yeah.
And, Sam was there, and so she's focused on Sam, and she never entertained the idea of her and Nick getting back together.
Right.
But now that he's like, it's Nick, she's
right.
like, oh my God, maybe we could be together. Well.
Sadsies.
No.
No sadsies for me.
Well, that's the end of Wedding Eve and the finale of season 5. Landing gear. Definitely was like, why is this episode called Landing Gear? Should it be like The Wedding or something?
Yeah.
Anyway,
Tracy wedding.
Allie was sick and she didn't make it to the wedding.
Food poisoning lasts a while.
I get it, but why do you think they did that? Why do you think they had her character just not go to the wedding? Like, she could have, gone home and gotten sick and then made it in time for the wedding. Like, it could have been a 24-hour bug or something. I don't know.
I don't know. That's a good question. Maybe if she was there, there would have been too many storylines going on at once.
Maybe he wouldn't have been able to pull off the prank.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. And then I don't know what the heck happened to Rhonda. That whole scene, the whole being married to her. I don't know.
Right.
We better find that out in season 6.
We'll figure that out soon.
We better learn. Anyway, we see Schmidt. He is on a plane flying to Portland to go get Cece's mom and bring her to the wedding. JK, ask her to come to the wedding. And of course, the flight is delayed and stalled, and nobody can get off, nobody can get on. They're just stuck there on the tarmac.
Oh, okay. That's the part that I was really confused about. I didn't know whether they were stuck there or if they had flown and were just stuck on the tarmac in Portland. You feel me?
Yeah, I thought they were stuck in LA.
Okay. I didn't know. I don't think they. Well,
maybe I wasn't paying close enough attention.
I don't think they made that very clear though either.
Yeah. Anyway, he's on a plane. He's stuck.
Right.
On the ground somewhere in either LA or Portland. I wouldn't be surprised if it's LA though, because I have terrible luck with LAX. So I feel like LAX would probably have issues.
Probably.
So anyway, Jess and Nick are talking in the bathroom, and they're like, "Oh my gosh, what do we tell Cece? It's the wedding day. Schmidt's not here. He's on a plane.
Yeah.
What do we tell her?" And Nick is a terrible liar. I loved this scene so much. She's just saying, Jess is saying, "Tell Cece that Nick is asleep," and hearing Nick put the emphasis on all the different syllables was amazing. His intonation just
it's great.
It was like, Schmidt's asleep. Schmidt's asleep. It was everything. I was cracking
perfect.
up. It was wonderful. And Jess ends up opening up to Nick and says, "Well, Sam dumped me. That's not." And he's like, "What?" well, let's go to the wedding together for old time's sake. I was like, is that a good idea? Is that because we know Reagan's coming back, so what's gonna happen there? And what do you know, Reagan shows up.
Wait, is that why you were? Okay, never mind. I finally understood why you weren't as surprised as I was.
Because I saw
the pictures.
Yeah. Because I totally thought when the twins tagged us, I was like, oh my gosh, and then you're like, I'm not trying to look, and I was like, oh my gosh, she's so gonna look. You didn't look.
Wait, I don't remember her being in that picture.
It was an article. Wow, that was...
Oh, okay. I didn't read the article. I just looked at the picture because, I thought it was a picture of Cece's dress. Like, it's look at Cece's dress. And I was like, I wanted to wait and see, like, the final product.
So that's why I thought you had read it, because...
No. Yeah, no, wow, I'm very surprised at myself. I usually read these things.
I was,
And I didn't read it.
I'm really proud of you.
Thank you.
I don't know how you did it. I was just, like, scrolling through everyone's tweets.
I don't either.
I was excited about tonight.
Well, tonight was very exciting.
And I had some spoilers, but that's okay. It was still a great episode, great 2 episodes.
Right.
So anyway, Cece finds out that Schmidt is on a plane, and she flips out. But then she's like, you're on a plane to go ask my mom to come, and that is so romantic. It's so sweet. This is why I want to marry you, because you're the best man ever, but you're stupid. This is so dumb.
So sweet of him.
Yeah, so they're basically FaceTiming pretty much for the remainder of the episode.
Yeah.
And they went to the wedding and pulled off a wedding in celebration. Obviously, they didn't say their vows or their I do's or exchange rings or walk the aisle, blah, blah, blah. But it was a celebration at, not Gary, Gavin. God, what is wrong with you, Kellie?
Gary, where are you getting this name
I don't
from?
know. I'm like, G? Maybe, I don't know. So they're at Gavin's winery having the wedding, and, it's just a celebration, and Jess is trying to stall.
Just getting everyone drunk.
Getting everyone drunk. Brilliant.
Perfect, by the way.
Yes.
Yeah.
Except for Winston. She asks Winston to pull a prank. He
takes it too far.
Yet again. He doesn't know his limits with pranks.
But at least, we have to say, at least this time there wasn't a honey badger involved.
No, God, no, yeah.
It was just his clothes that just went missing.
Clothes and his phone went in the porta potty, and that was just...
Sadsies.
Blech, gross. So he's naked, and that's
casually.
I felt bad for him, because he's just, he's like, he wants to be a part of it, and he can't, and so he's in the photo booth, and just they're taking pictures of his butt and everything, and I feel bad for him. So he can't really enjoy the
Winston.
fun.
Poor Winnie.
I know, poor Winnie. So, Winnie the Bish. We find out that Cece's mom just shows up. Sorry, this is pre-celebration, Gavin's winery. We find out that Cece's mom does show up. And she says that Schmidt has been calling every Monday for the last year to try to convince her to come to the wedding. Michelle, have you heard of anything more romantic ever?
No, I haven't. I literally almost cried.
I thought that was one of the most genuine. It was like a Notebook. Like, I felt like it was something out of the Notebook. Like, it just was so beautiful.
It was.
And, like, the fact that, Schmidt likes attention, and he, overdoes things a lot to get reactions out of people. And the fact that he kind of did this, like, under the radar, that's 52 Mondays to call.
You're right.
That's commitment, 1.
Right.
2, the thought that, she didn't even tell him, like, you should call my mom. He just did it on his own.
Right.
And he didn't announce it to the world. He was just, like, doing it, for himself. I was like, sir, who are you?
He's the sweetest guy ever.
He is. Men out there, pay attention to Schmidt.
Pay attention to the show.
Schmidt knows what's up.
He does. Nick is starting to get there.
Coach.
He's on point.
And Winston.
He's also getting there.
Yep.
But he's higher than Nick is. I was going to call him Jake, because that's his real name.
Call him Gary. That just seems to be the name that we're using tonight. And by we, I mean me. So getting back to the wedding there, or I guess a celebration, Nick does a toast. And of course the toast is bizarre. He has flashcards. It doesn't come out right. People don't laugh when they're supposed to, because it's not funny.
And he's talking about, like, we're all gonna die, so why does this all matter? Like, it matters in the moment.
Yeah.
Right?
And Schmidt's there, you know, he's on FaceTime on the iPad or whatever it is, and he's just like egging him on, like, it's okay, just keep going, you got this, and I'm like,
Best friend.
Schmidt, I just love you so much. Oh, so great. So Nick, you know, approaches Jess and is like, oh man, I think I scared Reagan away, like I used the term relationship, like, and she just was not down for that, and Jess is like, I'll go talk to her for you. And she goes and talks to Reagan, and Reagan's like, you know what? I like didn't think that I liked him, but like now I do. And so
It's so cute, you guys.
is it though? Is it?
I think they make a very
They actually do
wonderful
make.
couple.
They're they're great together. Like when they were dancing, I was like, that's actually really cute. Like you look at them and they have great chemistry, and you're like, that is a fun couple.
They're probably besties in real life now, but I don't care.
She's just gonna name her baby Jake.
Jake. Yeah, or Nick.
Or Nick.
Or Reagan.
Or
just
Gary.
to commemorate to commemorate her time on New Girl.
Do we know if
gonna
it's a boy or girl?
No, I don't think so.
I don't think we know either.
But she's had 2 boys, I think.
She's
I'm sure
a
she's
girl.
wondering
She needs
or
to
hoping
have
for a girl. Anyway.
So Jess like sees this, and you know she's getting bummed because when she's talking to Reagan, she's kind of realizing like, I liked Nick, but I wanted him to have a plan for his life. Like I want to be with someone who has a plan for their life, and yeah, obviously because Jess is a planner, and she's, you know, that's for sure, that makes sense. She doesn't want someone who's just like, yeah, I'll
wing it.
Yeah,
I'll wing everything.
I know she's not super down for that. So when she's watching them dance, of course she's getting all bummed, and she's like, God damn, I really do like him. She's back into, she wants Nick.
She's back at that stage where like remember how like they broke up, and then there was still like that tension there where like she still liked him kind of, but not really.
Yeah.
But she did. She's back at that stage again.
And it sucks because he's
kind of moved on.
Kind of. And okay, so we'll get to their conversation in just a second. So anyway, it's like the middle of the night, and Schmidt is finally let off the plane, and he's
finally,
you know, he's so tired, and he's back at he's back at the loft. The elevator door's open, and the 3 guys are standing right there, and they're ready with like cologne and
Listerine,
everything to
and
just
his little hat thing.
Okay, and there's rose petals leading up to the doorway. I was like, this is just. Best roommate awards go to all of them.
Right.
That was just beautiful. So they open the door and everyone's ready to get married in the loft. I mean, how perfect is that?
I know.
That's where it should have been. Well, maybe not because you can't fit that many people in.
Right.
But
right.
It's just so perfect. It's perfect that they got married in the loft. And you had, was Gavin there?
Yeah, Gavin was there.
And Cece's mom was there, and Louise and Susan were there.
Reagan was there also.
Everyone, Coach and May?
Coach and May were there.
Everyone was there. That's the most important people that you needed. They were all there.
Yeah.
And they used the douchebag jar to break the glass, you know, symbolizing that they're married.
Yeah.
For the Jewish culture. And it's just a celebration, just like a miniature wedding, like how it was at Gavin's.
Like a condensed wedding.
It was beautiful. It was so beautiful.
It was. And they didn't need a ton of things to make it beautiful.
No,
you know what I mean?
It's just the fact that it was them, that it was their group there. My cheeks were hurting because I was just like, oh, like the entire, for like a good 5 minutes, I was like, okay, we need to,
right.
Can I get a massage over here? JK. So Jess and Nick are chatting in Jess's room, and he's like, I can't believe she likes me, Reagan. Reagan's ready to be in a relationship with me. I'm going with her to New Orleans for 3 months. I was like, no, you are not doing that. You can't do that.
He needs to live life.
Does he?
Yes. He does
need to get out of LA. He's just stuck. So it is a good idea. But anyway, Jess is like, shut up. Like, I'm so sick and tired of you just being so negative about yourself. You're great. You're really good. And he's like, wow, you think so? That's really nice. And, you know, she just is so sick of hearing how, he doesn't know how incredible he is. And she's like, you need to open your eyes. You are a fantastic human being.
Right.
And
I actually thought that was like going to be their breaking point moment. Like
you
where
thought that he was gonna like fall for her?
Yeah, where he was like going to realize like, oh, maybe she's the person that I'm supposed to be with, like, after all. After like she said that. You know what I mean? Because like that's a huge compliment to give someone.
Yeah.
And she doesn't give those away often.
No, and the way that she said it too, it wasn't like, Nick, shut up, like you're just my friend, like just I'm so sick and tired of you. You're fine, you're incredible. Like she was like
she meant it.
She meant it.
I mean, she would have meant it the other times before, but like
see, the way that she complimented him reminded me very much so. Then again, I totally read into it. I'm overthinking, overanalyzing, being a typical girl over here. The episode in which she came back from jury duty. Mm-hmm. He was like, "Hey, we really missed you." Mm-hmm. Like I was like, is that like a hint of, "Hey girl, I missed you" type of thing, or and I feel like how she was like, "Nick, you're great. You're an incredible dude." I was like, it's kind of the same. Yeah. Like I mean it. Listen to me, look into my eyes, love me, JK.
Love me.
Just love me. But then, that was the end. And then they went on their honeymoon, and, Winnie the Bish shows up and pops up out of the sand.
And he was like, honeymoon prank. And I was like, how was that a prank? How is it a prank?
It's a Winston prank. It's like the perfect Winston prank. But that is the end of our season. It just, like... That.
I know.
Seriously. I mean, we just started doing these double episodes a week.
Standing ovation.
Oh, you girl. I'm going to miss you. But we just started doing these 2 episodes a week, like 4 weeks, like a month ago? And now all of a sudden it's just, boom, it's hello, it's done.
Right.
Oh, sad.
Well, that just means Nick has 3 months to find himself when they return in September.
There you go. He's gone for June, July, August. So he'll come back September whenever they come back.
He'll come back a new man.
He'll have stories. He'll be like, I just spent 3 months in New Orleans and I tried all the food and it was
all the
great.
Beignets.
Yes, I ate so many beignets.
Oh my God.
And, but Jess, I love you.
Kellie, I think you're going way too far there.
That's going to be episode 1. Guys, my prediction here, episode 1 of season 6, he's going to confess his love to
your AfterBuzz TV predictions.
There you go.
Getting a little too carried away there. Sorry, guys. So what do you think we'll see in season 6?
I have no idea. I don't think I've gotten that far.
They didn't really, leave any cliffhangers.
No, not at all.
That's Jess and Nick, but...
Well, yeah, just Jess and Nick. But then I also, at the beginning of our recap tonight, you were like, they kind of tied up every loose end in a sense. And, I can't think of anything that I would want to see in the next season that hasn't already been solved.
Yeah. I mean, we see Cece and Schmidt married. That's that.
Yeah. Reagan and Nick are together.
We'll see how long that lasts.
What if she comes back for the next season, Kellie? Again.
I mean, she won't be... Will she be pregnant by then? She was 5 months, in March or something?
Done.
Yeah. She might be back for the next season. Who knows? Well, I hope that Coach comes back. I just want him to be signed on for season 6.
Maybe
signed on as a regular member of the Loft.
Yeah, but the Loft is getting really crowded. Ooh, I know what I want to see. I want to see Nick and Cece actually
have a relationship.
Yeah, and just be on their own, be independent.
Nick and Cece?
I mean, not Nick and Cece. Sorry, Cece and Schmidt.
Okay. Oh, get their own place.
Get their own place. Yeah. I mean, I'm sure we'll still obviously see some of them because Friends was able to do it.
Remember when they, you and Friends?
I love that show so much.
Your tweet today, something of, or was it yesterday? Or something
it was yesterday. Yeah.
I'm so obsessed with Friends. Remember what season was it? Season 3, 4, 3, 2, when Schmidt kind of left the Loft.
Yeah.
And he just literally moved on the hall to
that's what 4D. I want them to do.
They should do that.
That'd be awesome.
I mean, I don't know if that place is open, but
I mean, it could be.
It could be.
3 months from now, things change in 3 months, Kellie.
They do. Nick is gonna come back a changed man.
He's gonna come back a changed man. Nick and I don't know why I keep saying Nick and Cece.
Schmidt.
Cece and Schmidt are going to have their own place.
Babies, maybe? Do you think?
I don't know.
That would be an interesting storyline.
It would be.
See Cece with a baby bump. That might be kind of fun. That would be a good progression of how how to deal or how they how they are, you know,
Yeah.
as she's all hormonal and Schmidt's still working at his job. Like, I don't know, it might be fun.
Yeah. I feel like the dynamic of the like whole show would change though, because then now you have a
Then
child.
it's that, and it's also probably more based on Cece and Schmidt.
Yeah.
Like they were very heavily, like this
Yeah.
season was them pretty
Right.
much, and yeah, it's just it would be weird if they had a baby, but you know, it might be fun to watch too.
You're right. Maybe.
I don't know.
We'll see.
Oh my gosh. Well, I can't say we'll see you guys next week because
We'll see you guys in 3 months.
I don't want it
Don't
to be
cry.
over. I don't want to. I'm not ready for this. What are we gonna do on Tuesday night, you guys? Just every Tuesday night, we're just reruns Netflix.
Obviously.
Well, once again, thank you guys so much for tuning in. You guys can follow all of us here at AfterBuzz TV on social media at AfterBuzz TV. You can follow me on social media at Kellie Knez.
And you guys can follow me on social media at _MichelleFee.
I didn't forget this time. I feel like I always forget to just repeat that. It's
What
last
a
show.
great way.
Go big or go home.
So, right. What a great way to wrap up our final.
All right, guys. We
show of
will
the season.
see you next season in September for New Girl Season 6. Ah! Can't wait. All right. See you guys later. Have a great
Bye.
summer.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
Views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.